Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. I wanted to do something very summery and bright and kind of experiment with some bright lip colors. I chose this one. It is the star of the show. It is from Stila. It's one of their newer shades in the Stay All Day liquid lipstick formula, and this is in the shade Como. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to see how I got this really glowy, bright-lipped summer look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start off by priming my face, and first I'm going to be using the Nivea Men's Aftershave. When did I talk about this? I talked about this in a recent video, but basically the short story is Nikki Tutorials here on YouTube mentioned using this as a primer because the first ingredient is glycerin, which makes things kind of like stick to it. So I've been using this on and off for the past about month now, and I'm really enjoying it. I think it does a great job as a primer, and it's less than $6. Next, I'm going to be using my Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC. Next, we're going to start with the eyes. I like to do this sometimes just to ensure that if there is any fallout or anything, I can clean it up with concealer once we go in with it. So the first one that we're going to be using is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, and this is a fluffy blending brush. This is specifically the Sigma E40. This is typically the first step and that I do on any eye look, and I just put this all over the upper crease of my eye. And this acts as a transition shade, so any other shades that you want to use during this look, it'll make it a lot easier to blend because you've already laid down a powder product. Oh my god, I just hit pan on this eyeshadow. How exciting. Next, using the same brush, I'm just going to warm this up and deepen this up just a little bit, and I'm using MAC's Saddle. Basically putting this right on top of where I put the creme brulee, but it is just going to deepen up the crease. I am keeping my brush in my actual crease, like the socket of my eye, a little bit more than I was with the other one. Now to deepen up the look just a little bit more, I'm going to be taking a more precise brush. This one is tapered at the end, and this is the E45 from Sigma, and I'm using the Makeup Forever shadow in M608. So I'm putting that right here first, the outer part of my crease, because that's where I want it to be darkest. Next, I'm going to go back with that E40 blending brush and just very lightly over the edges of the eyeshadow, I'm going to do small circular motions just to make sure that it's not like a harsh line and everything is blended together very well. Now I'm going to go with a flat shader brush. This is the E60 from Sigma, and I think I'm going to go with a very bright highlighty eyeshadow, and this is Nylon from MAC. This is just going to go on the lower part of the lid. That shadow is so pretty. This is definitely one of my favorite shadows from MAC, and I absolutely love it for an inner corner highlight. Because the lashes we're using today have a thicker band, these are from Espresso, I want to make sure that band is concealed as perfectly as possible, so I am going to go with wing liner. So I have a good outline of my liner, but I am going to be going back over this whole thing and filling this in with a matte black liner from NYX, so I'm just gonna leave it like that right now. I know it looks insane, and we're gonna move on to the next eye. Forgot to tell you about the first liner I used. This is from Physicians Formula. It is the 2-in-1 Lash boosting eyeliner plus serum, and it's just in ultra black. So next, before mascara and then lashes, I am going to tightline. This is the Buxom liner in Call Me. For mascara, I'm going to be using a newer one. This is from CoverGirl. It is the Super Sizer mascara. This one is pretty good. I like it a lot. I want to use 2 other primers to supplement the first one that we put on. This is definitely high maintenance, so do whatever works for your skin. So I'm going to start out with the Porefessional from Benefit, and I'm going to be putting this right on these 2 areas. These are the areas of my face, and I believe most people's faces, where you can experience larger pores, and this will really fill in those pores and make your foundation look a lot smoother over these areas. And I usually put some on my nose too, just for good measure. And lastly, as far as primers go, I am going to be using the Smashbox Photofinish Primer Water, just because it's a habit now. I really like this stuff, and I love like facial sprays. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Silk Cream foundation from Mercier, and this is in the shade Hazelnut Beige. Next, I'm going to go in with under eye concealer, and I'm using my absolute favorite. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm using the shade NC25. Today I'm going to be using the Mercier Secret Brightening powder, Secret Brightening Powder, and a Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm just going to set right up next to my eye, and then we're going to set the rest of our face, but I want to try a cream highlighter today, so I'm not going to highlight like the whole thing as I typically would. Okay, so before we do the cream highlight, I do want to highlight a little bit on my forehead, my nose, and my chin. This is the NYX HD Concealer in the shade CW04 Beige. Okay, so before we set the rest of our face, I'm like really nervous to use this cream highlight. I want to use this BB Plus Illumination. This is from Gerard Cosmetics. I got this when I first bought a few of their lip glosses, like probably a year and a half ago. And one time I tried to mix it with my foundation, and it just like looked really crazy on me. And I don't know, I just like feel like I haven't had the best luck with this product, so why not try it on a night when I want my makeup to look perfect, right? So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. It is a really pretty shade, like it's very golden champagne. It's really beautiful. pretty. Wow, it's showing up really good on camera. That's nice. Okay. Like I said, we'll probably put another highlighter on top of it, but it's really pretty, so you can see here what it looks like. Okay, so now I want to set the rest of my face, and I'm going to be using the NARS powder in Beige. And I'm actually going to use one of my favorite brushes. This is the Morphe S19. Okay, definitely have to do brows because this is freaking me out now. For brows, I've really been loving this NYX Tame and Frame. This is a pomade, and this is in the shade Espresso. And I'm using an angled brush, anyone will do, but I'm using the one from MAC. This is the 208. That's how my brows look with just that pomade on. I really love it. And then I go in with its counterpart. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, an exact dupe to Anastasia's Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I just go in and I kind of create like little strokes through this part of my brow and then like sharpen up the tail a little bit too. Then I also like to finish them off by going in with a brow gel. This is the MAC Prolong Wear Waterproof Brow Set in the shade Brown Ebony. And I do have some longer hairs right here, so I just focus this on that area, and it just ensures that those longer hairs do not go astray. Okay, so before we go in with lashes, I want to finish up my lower lash line, and I'm going to be starting out with this little smudger brush from Sephora, and I'm going to go back in with that shade Saddle from MAC. Then I'm going to be using a pencil eyeliner on my lower lash line. I have started doing this lately and then blending it out with a shadow, and I really like it, and it stays on all day. This is one of my favorites. It's from MAC and it's in the shade Coffee. Makeup Forever shadow and M608. Okay, mascara on the bottom lashes and then fake lashes. I'm using MAC's Extended Play Giga Black Lash. So the lashes I'm using, as I mentioned, are from Esquito, and this is the style Voila Lash. Okay, lashes are on, and I'm going to go in with a tiny little brush. This is a crease E47 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go back into that Nylon shade and pop this right on the inner corner. And then taking a pretty tiny little brush, this is from Delium Tools 755, I'm going to place some of that also on the very arch of my brow. now let's finish up the rest of the face. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using one I haven't used in a while. This is from Inglot, and this is the bronzing powder in the shade 72. This is going to be for someone who is my shade and really someone a lot more tan, because it is a pretty warm, kind of intense bronzer, but I'm going for that today. The bronzer brush that I have been absolutely loving lately, and you will definitely see this in a favorites video, is from a newer brand to me. I believe the brand is pronounced Beige. It is definitely French. And this is the brush here. It is so an angled natural hair brush. Some warmth to the face, I do want to do some contouring, and I'm going to be using the contour palette thing from Marc Jacobs, and this is in the shade number 40 Mirage filter on my NARS Eta brush. I'm going to place that right underneath my cheekbones. Brightening, I am going to take this yellow shade, and this is on an F35 tapered highlighting brush. Blush, I want to use this one from Makeup Geek, and this is in the shade Hanky Panky. I just want to put another one on because this is a new one for me. This is MAC's Global Glow. Freaking love this. Nothing more satisfying than putting highlighter on and then moving your face so you can see the sheen. I am going to take that little tiny brush that we used to highlight the corner of my eyes, and I'm going to put it in this highlighter, just the very tip of it, because I want to put this on the tip of my nose. Okay, so now for the star of the show. I'm like kind of nervous. I never wear like really bright colors or anything. It's just something that kind of like intimidates me. And also they can be very high maintenance. But the one that I'm wearing today is supposed to be very long wearing, and this is from Stila. This is the Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Como. I am going to start with a lip liner, and this lip liner does not match at all, but I think it's the most neutrally that's gonna look the best with it, and I could totally be wrong, but this is Soar from MAC. If you're confident enough working with liquid lipsticks, and especially bright colors like this, by all means you can use the applicator that it comes with. I mean, if you want to ruin your life, that's your decision. But I am going to go with this Real Techniques lip brush, just so I can try to make sure that this is like perfect all the way around. So I think that looks really beautiful. It's showing up on camera, like in my viewfinder, very pastel-y purple, which actually looks really pretty. but it's actually much more of a fluorescent magenta-y purple. So just be aware, this is looking like pretty pastel on camera, and I tried to turn down my lights and it's still looking the same. But I really like it. I think it's really fun, and hopefully it lasts throughout dinner and the rest of my evening. Okay everyone, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love how this look turned out, and I'm feeling more and more confident about the bright lips just as I'm wearing it. So hopefully it lasts throughout the night. And I suppose I could let you guys know in my next video if you're interested. Let me know also what other videos you want to see from me in the comments below, and I hope you do subscribe to my channel. I also have links to my social media at the end of this video and also in my subscription bar. I'm getting really into Snapchat lately. It's really fun. So if you want to follow me on there, I would love to follow you back. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!